The prison lights flicker violet as the chained witness finally speaks, his voice dripping with centuries of envy.
Kinokawa freezes mid-sentence.
The scarred prisoner watches her from behind his bars, calm and amused. This world, he whispers.
It just won't choose me.
Every syllable crawls through the corridor like cold blood. Golden chains snap taut around his throat, but the prisoner only smiles wider.
A second presence answers him from nowhere.
A hand tears through empty air. Fingers, wrong and pale, reach for him from behind the reality of the cell.
Dozens of voices rise at once. Let's kill them. Let's kill them together. The witness only nods, perfectly at peace.
Savior of divine blood.
Chapter 16. The day the anti-player special prison stopped being a prison. Kinokawa buckles, gold chains rattling against her own body. Whatever is happening, it's already inside her lungs. A figure peels out of the purple haze behind her, silent as regret, wreathed in sparking violet aura.
Japan's number 4 gold rank snaps her head up, pink hair whipping, eyes flaring in panic for the first time in her career. Stop that, she screams, golden light erupting from her palms.
Golden chain.
Her signature move flares across the room.
From inside the purple haze, a bored voice answers. So noisy.
2 words. That's all it takes. Her golden chains shatter like glass. The strongest binding technique in Japan breaks in a single breath.
She tries again, channeling everything she has.
The air burns yellow. Even she knows it's already her last chance.
Blood pours down her uniform.
She's still standing, but only because falling would make it final. A pale hand closes around her throat from behind.
She never even sees who it belongs to. Broken chains scatter across the floor. One of the 5 strongest players in Japan, down in seconds.
She crumples against the wall, eyes wide, mouth open.
No help is coming. Not this time.
The witness stands free in his broken cell, tattooed skin gleaming, grinning like a man who just won everything.
That power. He licks his lips. I'll have that power.
His eyes track something Kinokawa can barely keep up with. That's me, the hidden voice answers.
The witness laughs, finally recognized, finally answered. Let's destroy this world together. The pact seals itself in violet smoke, just out of Kinokawa's fading sight.
The cell door hangs shattered.
Hirasaka's untouchable prison just birthed something the Federation has no classification for. Cut to the surface.
Tokyo's skyline stretches calm and blue, completely unaware of what just crawled out beneath it. On a rooftop, a red-coated figure stands guard. Behind her, Subaru lies with his forearm over his eyes, thinking.
Is something the matter?
The question floats down softly, a girl's voice, patient and strange.
Subaru opens his eyes.
The weight of the prison, the witness, Taiga, all of it, sits on his chest like a slab. The association officer beams beside him, bright pink hair, always too cheerful for the kind of day he's had. From now on, she chirps, you'll be working out of this rooftop tower.
The savior prince gets his own HQ, Subaru's eyes linger on her. Not on the officer.
On the other girl.
The one who should not look like this,
because the kindred he resurrected has changed. Long black hair where pink used to be.
Eyes blood red and calm.
Red irises meet his. She already knows what he's about to ask.
She's been waiting for it.
So? This body, she says gently, belongs to someone important to Mr. Subaru.
He can't even answer.
A skill window unfurls in front of him.
Passive skill.
Blood Usurper.
The Rainbow Door's newest cruel gift. Compound type.
Only 1 subskill unlocked.
Parivara at level 20. 2 more locked at 35 and 50. The kindred explains quietly.
The next skill will reshape this body further the moment Subaru levels up again. Her crimson eyes soften. There's no fear in her. Only a promise stitched into every breath she borrows. So it would be best, Subaru mutters, if I found Vanquish. The vampire lord who gave me this cursed thing. For now, he decides, I just need to focus on leveling up.
He opens his status. Ariake Subaru. Level 76. Rainbow light snaps around his fingers, obedient and endless. Every color of the door responds to him at once. A new outfit bleeds out of the rainbow aura. Black hood, red underlayer, gloves. The savior prince gets an upgrade.
Subaru settles into it and nods once.
Ready.
The rooftop association officer can barely hide her grin.
A side street.
A C-grade gate pulses red above a city alley.
Civilians watch him from behind tape. The on-site manager bows deep. He can't believe the famous savior actually showed up for a gate this small.
Subaru scratches his cheek and gives a flat, awkward smile.
I'll do my best. Heroes don't always feel like heroes.
You're coming too, he says over his shoulder. The kindred follows a step behind, silent as a blade in a sheath. Her stats window flickers open.
Kindred vampire. Level 21. Name field reads Saya. Less Sayaka every second. Subaru thinks privately. The association is already ranking me ahead of most gold ranks. Too fast. Too public. Let's go. They step into the gate together. The system announces Children's Limbo, downstream, 3 stars. Red gremlins crawl over blood-drenched rocks. 79 hours remain on the timer. A normal team would be sweating. Saya steps forward, the Kindred's first field test. May I borrow your power, Master? Subaru nods once. Crimson pulses through her body. The color of Subaru's rainbow flowing into one frequency only she can carry. She raises her palm to the sky. A spinning scarlet disc blooms above her head, roaring like a cut vein. Blood round. Her first named technique. The disc fractures into a storm of crimson blades heading everywhere at once. Gremlins burst in blue sparks and broken whispers. The whole front wave of the limbo dies in under a second. She lowers her hand calmly. This might be useful, she murmurs. But not very effective against a high-ranked opponent. It's fine, Subaru says. I'll try using it next time. He means it. He's already archived every movement of her hand. The floor trembles. Something heavier is coming. Footsteps like falling meat echo through the red canyon. A massive crimson demon boss rises out of the mist. It's the boss, Saya notes, tone unchanged. Leave this one to me. Subaru pulls his hood up, cloak rippling. Blood bleeds out from under his boots. Red streaks carve the air. The boss splits across its chest before it even finishes swinging. Gate clear. Difficulty 3 stars. Time, 10 minutes 49 seconds. The system barely keeps up with him anymore. Outside, the gate manager nearly falls out of his chair. Too fast, he yells. Too fast. That isn't how this works. Subaru turns. Someone is waiting for him outside the gate. Someone Subaru absolutely did not expect. A pink-haired man in crimson shades leans against a car, clapping slowly. Clearing a 3-star in 10 minutes, amazing. Gold rank player. Shikishima Ryu. Japan's number 2, and the only man scarier than Hirasaka when he smiles. Why are you here? Subaru asks flatly. Shikishima drops the grin. Whatever he has to say isn't good. Taiga ran away. 2 words, perfectly calm. Subaru's stepbrother, the gold rank who called him an insect, is free. Subaru's jaw locks. He was supposed to be restrained by the Federation. Chained. Finished. And yet. A gold rank player was crushed, Shikishima continues. Just who, Subaru whispers, could do something like that? It was the anonymous number 4 gold rank. The one who had restrained Taiga with the golden chain. Kinokawa Sakura. Subaru's eyes go wide. He realizes what must have happened in that prison corridor a few hours ago. Flashes of her face. Kinokawa smiling. Kinokawa serious. Kinokawa alone against whatever came out of that door. Kinokawa is unconscious right now, Shikishima says. Every camera in that wing was destroyed. No witnesses. Again. They pile into his car. Shikishima drops the warning casually, like it's a weather report from hell. Obviously, the association cannot decide whether to challenge Taiga. That's above even the Federation's pay grade. Subaru just stares ahead, silent. He already knows the answer. He's always known the answer. That bastard, Shikishima says, grinning through his teeth, is gonna aim for you. Only for you. The car stops. Saya steps out first, her red eyes already scanning the air for threats. She won't leave his side. A new gate. 4 stars. Sawing rut. 872 hours remaining. Shikishima smiles. Easy win. A tiny hooded Subaru stares up at a shadow longer than his whole body. The weight of the last gate still clings to him. Chapter 17 opens with a blue pillar of fire cracking the sky and a single line bleeding across the dark. Is that attack? Before the new gate, a memory. Grinning underworld skeletons charge through blue mist, jawbones wide, hunger in every hollow socket. A cracked skull and armored headpiece, hatred burned into the bone. The sawing executioner roars across the flashback panel. Blue flame explodes upward in one impossible pillar, sulfur rain hissing down over the frozen wasteland. A weak gate should not do this. Subaru exhales, starlight behind his eyes. As far as he knows, creatures inside this gate are not supposed to be this strong. Kill notifications stack. Level 42, level 43, level 44. Sawing executioner after sawing executioner falls, and the system cannot keep up. Shikishima smirks behind those pink sunglasses, fong flashing. He knows exactly why the gate is so loud, and he is loving the chaos. Japan's number 2 casually walks forward, telling Subaru the real reason. It is because damage in here leaks everywhere at once. A square of pure gold, stars etched across its surface, a door that only opens for the ranked. The next gate of the day is already waiting. Montage of the final blow. Barrage of death flames lights up a distant Saya, and the skill name burns across the panel like a warning. Night sky, open highway, a tiny speech bubble. Subaru rides quiet in the car, staring up at a galaxy he almost died under. Shikishima's grin cuts across the window. Get ready, Rainbow Player. The next gate is yours, and it is not going to be gentle. Flashback boss card slams open. Sawing King, humanoid silhouette wreathed in bone chains. The prior gate was absolutely no joke. You have defeated the boss. Clear, Sawing Rut, for stars, clear time under 53 minutes. Remaining gate time, 871 hours. Cut to a black luxury sedan gliding through parking lines. The player association moves its favorite monster in soft leather now. Shikishima lounges in the back seat, phone in hand, red eye gleaming behind pink lenses. He is already filming something he should not. Beside Subaru sits Saya, long black hair, crimson streak falling forward, calm as the night itself. The kindred is still settling into this form. Shikishima's warning drops like ice water. The gold ranks chosen by the door, he says, are on an entirely different level from anything Subaru has fought. Subaru answers the way he always does. Blue sky, cracked glass, one quiet promise floating in a bubble. I'll do my best. Stage, glass waterfall. Difficulty 4 stars. Remaining time 911 hours. A pale figure is being pulled into a frozen ocean of mirrors. The gate spits him out sideways. Subaru slides across shattered glass, red line code flaring, still trying to figure out which way is up. The system voice explains fast. A special terrain. An EX stage. Low-level players cannot even move inside this thing. Be careful. In the distance a translucent cat silhouette drifts through the air. Special terrains, the voice adds, only ever contain a single boss. Subaru freezes. Footsteps pound across the mirror surface behind him. A red ring pulses at his feet like a warning rune activating. He turns, and there it is. A glass cat the size of a building, floating over him, pupils narrowing into crystalline slits. It pounces. A clear feline shape slams down like falling ice, claws first, and the mirror floor detonates beneath its weight. Saya lands beside him in a flash of black hair and crimson streak, fangs bared, eyes burning red. His kindred has answered the call. Boss card snaps into view. Glass spirit, level 40-something, stats glowing soft blue. One boss. One ocean of mirrors. One EX stage. The spirit's slit eye snaps wide, a blade of pure blue vision cutting the panel in half. It has locked on to Subaru. The attack comes as a red hail of crystalline arrows, screaming down from above, painting the glass floor in hot streaks. Divine Chisel, second charge. The skill cracks the air open and a gigantic white war cat statue rises to shield him. One charge remaining. Shikishima watches from outside the stage on his phone, pink hair fluttering, red lens flaring. Whatever Subaru is doing, he wants it on video. Subaru grits his teeth inside the storm of cuts. This boss, he realizes, is stronger than Carrion. Maybe a lot stronger than Carrion. He calls for another blow, but the system whispers back. One more time, it echoes, like the chisel itself is warning him about its last charge. The divine chisel lifts a towering blue feline spirit again. Huge, serene, impossibly calm. A god shaped like a cat standing between him and death. Golden ripples burst around the glass spirit as chisel strikes rake across its body. He is finally landing real damage on the thing. Then the cat's wounds seal themselves. Regeneration. The word practically shakes off the panel while Subaru's confidence drops into the cold. The glass spirit rises, unharmed, a wall of polished ice on 4 legs. Every strike so far has been purely cosmetic damage. It turns its head. The second its eye pins him, a full red crosshair locks in. The boss is hunting by pure sight. Saya lands in front of him, fangs glinting, voice shaking with loyalty. Mr. Subaru, she says, I'll support you. All the way. A single crimson ring dye fills the whole frame, a blood-red star burning in the center of her pupil. Her gaze is already a weapon. Shikishima tilts back outside the gate, chuckling. He can feel the pressure spiking and he loves a show. It is about to get interesting. Inside, Subaru smiles through clenched teeth. Pink sky, frozen terrain, and a weight settling on his shoulders that would flatten anyone else. The glass spirit descends again, whiskers bristling, silhouette eclipsing the entire waterfall. Somebody, the system whispers, needs to see his true potential. Subaru drops the truth. The chisel can't hurt it, he thinks. The damage is real but the spirit heals faster than he can cut. Saya snaps a blood-red cloth over her own eyes. Blindfold. The counter is simple. Take away its ability to lock onto a target. The glass spirit pounces blind, whipping its tail in a wide arc. Without vision, every attack becomes a guess across the ice. A claw slashes past Subaru by a hair. He twists inside its swing, red-hooded and red-gloved, still holding onto the plan. Subaru notes it coldly. Its aim is too accurate. This boss does not see things visually. It is reading his body another way entirely. The spirit dives across the mirror floor, claws stretched, tail whipping red blood into the air from a fresh wound on Subaru's leg. The cat pads away, tail flicking, crosshair still calm on its forehead. This does not look good at all, Sada mutters from behind him. Outside, Shikishima frowns for the first time. Maybe, he admits, he expected a little too much from his rookie rainbow miracle. Saya lifts Subaru's face with one hand, her long black hair spilling over him. Do you still not understand? She asks quietly. She stares down at him, red pupils steady, voice dropping low. Do you still not understand the way out of this fight? A way to counterattack, she says. Red tendrils curl from her fingertips across the glass spirit's flank, painting possibility along its frozen body. A crimson whip lashes out in the panel, curved, fluid, something between rope and blood. Saya's new technique feeds the plan. Subaru crouches low, gloved fist clenched, red lines curling around his leg as the cat circles. He is listening to his own blood now. His eyes harden. Then I'll attack the cat directly, he decides. A blood rubber rope coils along his forearm, quiet, waiting. You are sure, Saya warns, that you can land strikes without using the divine chisel? Two ghostly Shikishima silhouettes smirk in the background. A memory flickers. The Ghoul King carrion looms over his child self, teaching him a fist the living were never meant to throw. A black ink bloom swallows the page. Inside it, red letters flare to life. Corpse Fist. The style of the dead is speaking again. System card pops. Corpse Fist Level 1. A martial art founded by the Ghoul King carrion, able to destroy a target from the inside. Passive skill, knowledge of Corpse Fist. Subaru's eyes widen. He just needs to transmit the waves from his fists and push the impact outward. Got it, he says, stepping into the stance. Blood mold glyphs ring his body in red circles while the Corpse Fist name burns beneath him. A single fist fills the panel, neon rainbow light bursting around his knuckles. This is blood mold fused with Corpse Fist in real time. He dashes in under the glass spirit's belly, a crimson smear of motion, rainbow tendrils trailing behind his gloved knuckles. Push, Subaru breathes. A spiraling rainbow vortex erupts from his tiny figure straight into the chest of the giant cat above him. Inside the glass spirit, color detonates. Blood mold and Corpse Fist mix into an internal firework no regeneration can heal around. The impact. Red kanji slash across the page as the glass spirit warps around the shockwave, every crystal fiber screaming at once. Mirror shards erupt outward in a snowflake burst, the boss's body cracking apart in a slow motion bloom of glass and light. The glass spirit drifts upward, motionless, silhouetted against blue water. Below, a smaller chiseled cat figure pads in, tail raised, perfectly calm. A beam of red light leaves the small cat's forehead like a signature. Somewhere, the divine chisel is marking its territory. The chiseled cat closes its eyes, red scarf rippling. Serene. Satisfied. Like it is telling Subaru, we did that, partner. Title drop splashes across the art. Dead Man Springer. A compound move born this chapter, paid for with a borrowed memory. Flashback ribbons unfurl behind Subaru. Every fight, every lesson, every death. He did not invent this fist, he inherited it. Outside the stage Shikishima lowers the phone, pink hair ruffled, fong showing. To see such a technique at such a time, he mutters. Arase Subaru, he says slowly, leaning toward the camera. To think this guy possesses a fighting method like this, right under everyone's nose. Saya stands over the fading body of the glass spirit, black hair drifting, silent. Okay, she whispers. Okay. Close on her face, golden headband, red streak falling across one eye. She smiles the tiniest smile. The kindred approves of her master. The glass spirit ruptures from the inside, rainbow fragments exploding outward like a shattered stained glass window. Subaru stands in the crater with blood ribbons still unfurling from his fist, and the regenerating boss finally stops coming back. Shikishima lowers his shades from the sidelines, grin creeping wider. The scariest hunter alive just got the footage of a lifetime. The glass waterfall dissolves around them as a tiny weak meow drifts into the air, clutched tight under Saya's arm. Subaru stands quiet in the aftermath. Black hood, red inner layer, gloves. The full 6-star loadout is finally settling into place. And there it is. The glass spirit itself, shrunk down to a tiny crystal kitten, mewing softly into the empty air. Shikishima grins at Subaru, already promising a meal, already dragging him toward the city and a warm seat at the counter. Saya stands behind him, the cat folded under her arm like a stolen trophy, as the stage finally collapses around them. Dead Man Springer flashes one last time before the arena breaks apart. A new compound skill, now permanent. Savior of Divine Blood. A player chosen by a 1 in a billion chance, still writing his legend panel by panel. Clear, glass waterfall. Even the dry system card cannot hide what that fight actually was. Full 6-star rating. Subaru climbs a level, Corpse Fist nudges from 1 to 2, Blood Usurper ticks up to 7. Then a sushi bar sign. Shikishima perches in the booth like a smug cat himself, chopsticks twirling, eyes hidden behind those rose-colored shades. A tight close-up on Subaru's eyes, widening slowly as the first bite of real tuna finally hits his tongue. His whole body shakes. The boy once framed and interrogated is quietly losing it over a single plate of raw fish. He stammers that this is the first time in his entire life he has actually eaten real sushi. Shikishima nearly drops his chopsticks. Shikishima stares, shade sliding low. The scariest hunter alive just learned his new teammate grew up eating next to nothing. Wide shot of the booth. Saya swings the glass kitten from one hand while Shikishima quietly reels at the entire scene. The glass spirit arches on the counter, still mewing, still confused about which side of life it is on right now. System card. Mythical beast, glass spirit. A soft glass cat that regenerates by consuming its master's mana. Host, Arase Subaru. Shikishima explains the quiet rule of the EX stages. Every defeated X-boss leaves a gift behind for the player who cracks it. Pure blood earrings, max mana plus 50%. Aos Taiga's black demon beast coat, physical damage halved. Top shelf drops. Back at the booth, Saya cradles the kitten against her shoulder, face unreadable, golden headband catching the warm lamps. Naming screen blinks open. The system quietly asks Subaru if he wants to give his strange little pet a title of its own. He beams at Shikishima, hair dark, eyes bright. For one strange moment he is just a hungry kid instead of a 6-star gate holder. The kitten's portrait locks in. Glass spirit, permanent resident of his status window from this day forward. Sushi tastes best right after it is made. Subaru bows his thanks for the meal, and then the street alarms cut the air. An underworld creature tore free from a gate over the city. Evil Griffin, level 48, civilians already screaming. Subaru is on his feet before the plates hit the table. This is why we should have eaten faster, he grits out. The griffin shrieks down a narrow alley, green runes of pure underworld power flashing across its beak. Talons clamp around a terrified girl. Her scream arcs across the skyline while a whole street of strangers watches helpless. The beast banks hard between the towers, wings scattering broken glass and runes into the wind behind it. Subaru appears above the creature, hood flaring, the rainbow doors light blooming behind him in every color at once. Saya steps out beside him wreathed in gold. Golden Parade. Blood Round. Two signature techniques drop at the exact same beat. Saya's Goldstorm slams the griffin from above while Subaru's spinning scarlet disc catches the monster dead in its wingspan. Gimlet. A drilled spear of blood opens the creature from throat to spine, and the girl slips free of dying talons. A wide cushion of crimson blood mold blooms across the rooftop just in time, soft as a pillow, loud as a drum. The girl drops toward the blood dome, hair flying, eyes wide. Impact is a heartbeat away. She hits and tumbles. Not a bone bent, not a scratch drawn. Alive. Actually alive. Saya scoops her mid-roll, gentle as a sister, long black hair swinging down across the child's shoulder. The girl looks up, still gripping her shirt, realizing she is staring at the player the whole country has been talking about. He sets her down gently. Careful hands, steel-toed boots. Nothing like the kid the Federation once dragged into a cell. He kneels to her level, asking if she is hurt. She stammers no, thank you, cheeks red, completely overwhelmed. Then a shout. Kane. Her father comes sprinting through the crowd in that same blue-cap Subaru has seen once before. Saw Atari. The name lands like a thrown stone. The same Federation officer who once screamed at Subaru across an interrogation table. The girl grins up at her rescuer, eyes shining. She has no idea yet who her own father used to be. Subaru smiles back at her anyway. The child did nothing wrong. That single kindness is the part that hurts Saatari most. Saya and Shikishima hang back, quietly reading the room. The pink hunter already senses this is about to get ugly. The little girl tugs on her father's sleeve, bright and grateful. Dad, she whispers, that is the one who saved me today. Saatari stiffens. Up close, the debt becomes unbearable. The man he tried to ruin just handed him back his whole world. The officer wrestles with it. Pride against gratitude. The entire street holding its breath over one stubborn blue cap. His daughter is still laughing, completely unaware of the storm building a foot above her head. Subaru lets out a small smile. He already decided a long time ago not to use moments like this as revenge. Saya watches from the shade, long black hair still, crimson eyes unblinking. One wrong word and she will hear it. The girl tugs her father forward one more step. You do not have to say thank you, she says. Just try. Saatari finally spits something out. Hey, damn insect. The old slur lands like a slap in front of his own child. You seem to be in a good mood lately, huh? Going to take revenge on me now that you are finally the stronger one. A single bead of sweat drags down his temple. He is trying to pick one last fight and losing his nerve mid-sentence. Subaru's face stays perfectly calm. No anger, no gloating. Just the quiet of a man who is done with small people. Sawatari's fist clenches at his side. Damn it, he mutters, the words cracking as they leave his throat. If only he had been chosen by a stronger door. That is the real confession. A whole life of bitterness in one sentence. His knees almost buckle right there on the pavement. Pride is heavy. Gratitude, when it finally arrives, is heavier. A tight close-up on his face, finally cracking open. The officer who once framed him is one breath away from tears. Shikishima just watches from behind those rose shades. He has seen too many lives broken by the wrong door to be impressed. Subaru simply turns. Let us go back and finish our sushi, he says softly. Case closed, no further comment needed. Saya glides alongside him, gently reminding the boys that her new body has no need to eat or drink at all. The little girl's whisper chases after them down the street. Big brother, she calls, still trying to thank the stranger who saved her. Back at Sawatari's side, the officer grips his own face. I am so pathetic, he whispers. The rainbow player never looks back. Sushi Hibiki draws its shutters. Closed for today due to the sudden appearance of an underworld creature, management apologizes deeply. Cut away. A quiet building somewhere across town, sunlight dragging along a row of empty balconies. Inside a restroom, two boys are hunched over a phone. Laughing. Scrolling. The same old routine. A prompt blinks on the screen. Do you want to delete this video? The yes button is already under a thumb. One of them mutters the question aloud. Did you delete the video from when we bullied Subaru yet? That same infamous clip. A second boy glances out the window, uneasy. Something he cannot name is pulling at the back of his neck. A scream rises from the school grounds below. Look at the yard, someone shouts. Look at what is standing in the middle of it. The bully lifts his phone toward the window and whatever he sees through the glass drains every drop of blood from his face. Meanwhile across the city, the new player association headquarters glitters in the afternoon sun, calm, completely unaware. Subaru's phone lights up. Incoming call, Shikishima Ryu. The scariest hunter alive never calls for small things. He picks up. Saya drifts in behind him. Shikishima's voice cracks through, asking if he is still back at the hotel. Then the punchline. Aos Taiga has appeared at your old school. Violet aura, masked face, stepbrother's signature rage finally in motion. A phone screen glows in the dark. A little sister begging her big brother for pork cutlets tonight. The guy reading it wears a blue bandana, red hair poking out, a smirk softening just a little. He taps back one word. Okay. Somewhere inside this thug, a human being still exists. Then the sky outside his old school stairwell goes cold and wrong. Violet fire paints the hallway. A masked shape steps out of a purple void. Aos Taiga has arrived. Walls crack. Lockers split. The aura of a gold player floods the corridor. The two old bullies stumble out of the restroom and drop to their knees in pure terror. They recognize the stance, the killing intent, the name everyone whispers on the news. Taiga walks them back into an empty classroom. Not a threat yet. An offer. He cracks open his palm and a violet lion sigil glyph blooms above it. That gate, he tells them, will grant a new power. Real power. Enough to fight a gold ranker. The red-haired bully blinks. Gold rank. The word tastes impossible in his mouth. Taiga's eyes glow behind the mask. Enter the gate, he says, and everyone who laughed at you will crawl. And just like that, the chapter title drops. Savior of Divine Blood. Episode 4, Chapter 19. The red-haired bully stares at a Polaroid Taiga has slapped into his hand. The face in the photo is Subaru. Hooded, cold, grown beyond anything he remembers. Across the city, Subaru and Saya are already moving. Shikishima's warning still ringing in their ears. They cut through the rooftops. Rainbow Trail, Crimson Trail, one hardline toward the old school. Back in the hallway the bullies stare at the violet door like it is a loaded gun. Taiga reminds them what this door costs. It eats who you used to be. His voice drops to a blade. What are you hesitating for? Blood drips down the red-haired bully's chin. Just Taiga's pressure is already cutting him. Taiga asks if they are finally okay with crawling like worms the rest of their lives. His gloved hand rises. The violet mask tilts. One sentence decides the rest of their existence. Let us show him, he says. The bully's mind snaps back to the day Subaru was dragged across the classroom for everyone to film. A younger version of himself. Blue bandana. Laughing then. Pathetic now. A younger Taiga, watching from the edge. The brother who did nothing to help Subaru. He remembers the day the Door of Trials came. Everyone said Taiga was the chosen one. And yet the weak brother was the one who walked out carrying a rainbow. The memory turns sour. Subaru must stay below me, he tells himself, the rest of his life. That is why. That is the only reason he has ever breathed. A second gate splits the floor. This one is smaller, crueler, shaped like a violet casket. Taiga kneels beside the bully, voice almost gentle, almost brotherly. Then join me.
This time, he promises, we beat him once and for all. A single tear sits on the bully's cheek.
Pride and terror mixing into one yes. Taiga turns to the silver-haired one, Itoshima. Your turn. We are going in.
Itoshima is shaking so hard the word yeah barely survives his throat.
A tablet glows in the bully's hand.
Violet contract terms scrolling faster than he can read.
His eye dilates.
Whatever he just agreed to, there is no taking it back. Inside the dark gate the bullies see themselves crucified.
The price of power is the person they used to be.
I am not a nice person, the bully tells himself, as the three of them step into the bleeding dark.
Violet eyes ignite under a ripped hood. Something old and hungry is looking back through Taiga. The gate dumps them back into the real hallway.
Carved like a cathedral of pain. Itoshima steps out first, unsure, the purple still clinging to his hair like smoke.
His eye splits open red. A new rank. A new monster wearing an old face. And the blue bandana one erupts.
Orange flame twisting around his right fist.
A fire player. He laughs. He is finally tall. Finally loud. Finally the one somebody has to look up at. Taiga keeps moving. Saitari, he says to the red-haired one. Itoshima, with me. Fire fills the hallway. Somewhere down the corridor, a student drops without a scream.
A classmate down the corridor stops dead in her tracks. Her mouth just shapes one word.
Why? Taiga looks at her without looking.
You are indebted to him, he reminds his new pets.
To Subaru. Saitari grins through the fire.
I hate how pathetic I was.
That part is done.
Smoke curls around his knees. A child's voice in his head asks after someone named Kana.
He blinks it away. Whatever humanity was left just died with his little sister's face.
A red spear of flame twists out of his palm.
This one is pointed at Itoshima. Meanwhile, Subaru is still moving, a little girl's memory tight against his chest. Saya glides beside him, crimson and steady. As long as Master is near, nothing can break. Back at the school, Taiga watches his new pets burn.
I do not understand you at all, he mutters.
Because deep inside, even he can smell the rainbow coming.
Then the sky above the rooftop cracks open in 7 colors.
Subaru lands first. Hood up, ice calm, the 6-star gate holder on enemy ground.
Sawatari's grin freezes. He has seen that face 1,000 times in his nightmares. And Taiga, arms folded, almost disappointed, speaks a single word.
Pathetic. Itoshima lunges first.
A violet beast shadow tearing out of his back straight at Subaru. The rainbow player's answer is a clean red slash. The shadow bursts in one motion. From above, a rainbow streak dives straight at the fire bully like a guided missile. Subaru crashes down, fist already cocked.
Saitari has half a second to realize what is happening.
His jaw goes slack. The name Subaru tears out of his throat without permission. Behind him, Taiga's grin finally breaks wide.
This is the moment he has been starving for. Subaru's eye slides sideways.
Cold, calm, locked on his stepbrother for the first time in years.
Saitari coughs out one last word for the man who ruined him. Taiga.
And for a blink we see his sister again.
Laughing. Waiting for pork cutlets that will never come. Then Sawatari's face twists into something inhuman and he howls his master's name. Taiga.
Eos Taiga steps out of the smoke, mask grinning, gauntlet burning, finally face to face with Subaru.
Saya's body cartwheels through shattered glass, the rooftop already crumbling from the very first exchange of round 2.
Somewhere deep in Subaru's memory, a younger voice whispers the worst sentence possible, he is still family. Grief detonates into rage as Subaru realizes his stepbrother just murdered his own pawn to sell a scene.
Taiga's golden gauntlet ignites in violet light, the stepbrother daring the rainbow player to bring everything he has.
Crimson blood skill crashes into golden fist in one blinding exchange that shakes the whole rooftop spine. The title card slams onto the screen, the episode 4 finale officially going live right here.
Red spray cuts across cold concrete, and for once the blood hitting the tiles is not Subaru's.
Saya is slammed between wall panels, her rainbow-lent body shaking like a match against a hurricane. Subaru skids low through the dust, hood torn, eyes locked on the gold silhouette waiting for round 2. His inner voice is cold, my blood skill did not shatter from raw strength, something else ate it.
Taiga's gauntlet steams as he mouths a lazy oops, like the whole rooftop is just a toy to him. Subaru's jaw sets hard, the decision forming in his eyes, it is too early to use this one, but Taiga swaggers forward wreathed in purple, dragging his golden fist through the broken air like a scythe. Their first real exchange detonates between them, impact blooming in white and gold across the concrete. The flashback rips open, 3 elite upperclassmen cornering a much younger Taiga in the playground dirt.
Young Taiga grins through his own tears, that broken crooked mask already taking shape on his boyish face. The 3 gold seniors loom over him on broken ground, mocking the scrawny kid balled up at their boots.
Present-day Taiga cackles behind his mask, delighted his childhood nightmare finally gets a second act. Young Taiga's eyes burn red with the same helpless rage that would one day birth a full-grown monster. A stranger's gold-lit gaze slices the flashback open. Someone very dangerous just stepped into that playground. Burning gold eyes, a top-rank senior, watching the beaten child with the lazy interest of a collector. A golden spear drops like a guillotine across the gold seniors, the rescue arriving with zero warning. Blood mists the stranger's cheek as the gold seniors hit the ground in unrecognizable pieces. Red kanji screams across the panel. The slaughter was so fast nobody caught a single movement of it. Younger Subaru watches from across the yard, oversized glasses catching gold light, a silent frightened witness. Masked Taiga sneers across the timelines. That same negative face you are pulling right now, brother. A cold profile flashes in gold, earring glinting, the savior calm as an executioner who sleeps well at night. Shinagawa Hospital rises in cold lilac, the flashback quietly jumping to a room nobody has visited in a while. Kinokawa Sakura lies unconscious in white sheets, the girl Taiga crushed on his way out of Federation custody. Close on her sleeping face, machines breathing for her while the brother she loved is busy burning the world. A photo tilts on the bedside table, Taiga and Sakura from a life that does not exist anywhere anymore. Back in the memory the golden savior stands tall, a spear of pure light burning in his closed fist. Young Taiga whispers from the dirt, I could not see a single one of his movements, not even one. The first label lands quiet and cold, so this is the true ability of a top gold rank player. A black void, violet letters, a voice whispering hey hey from somewhere just behind the world's gate. The golden savior pivots his full stare onto the purple pressure, your opponent right now is me. A massive violet hand ruptures out of nothing, the thing behind the door already reaching for a child. Masked Taiga giggles in the present, lips stretched too wide, the memory feeding his mania like dry kindling. The violet hand hovers over young Taiga like a patient wolf, the first pack being offered in total silence. The golden senior actually blinks, surprised for once, the broken kid in the dirt is not who he thought. Gold petals of light bloom around him, a new skill igniting, the present battle pulling the flashback closer. Massive kanji stamp across the page, second skill, golden wall, a cage shaped exactly like salvation. Young purple Taiga sits inside the golden cage, sneering at the exact trick that just saved his life. The wall roars up around him, purple and gold grinding together, a rescue that quietly became a brand. The golden senior Hirasaka stares down at the broken kid and decides on the spot he will own him. A tiny figure in red and pink steps between the fallen boy and the last of the threats, the protector. Pink hair whips in the wind, a golden rod raised high, ready to eat the next punch for him whole. Her voice cracks across the yard, get away from Taiga, the first person ever to shield that rotten name. She kneels beside him with Hirasaka at her back, I will support you, and the rod was already planted. Present day snaps back in red and gold, blood round crashing into golden parade, skills naming themselves mid-clash. Saya's scarlet disc crumbles into dust in her own hand, eyes wide, my blood just fell apart on me. Gold rubble sprays across the rooftop as Taiga's storm keeps grinding the school floor into fine powder. Taiga leans through the smoke wearing that stretched grin again, surprised, little insect of mine. Subaru's jaw tightens, blood painting half his face, his brain already reading the fight in real time. He reaches Saya, a gentle hand on her shoulder, kindred still breathing, the partnership still very much intact. Her inner voice steadies, blood and smoke and trouble, he is stronger than a single straight attack. They stand shoulder to shoulder now, eyes sharpening, the whole field quietly getting reframed in one breath. Subaru murmurs low, and I am pretty sure Taiga wants exactly that confusion to keep on happening. Saya's mouth opens in realization, the name Hirasaka linking the past directly to this rooftop. Cut back to the hospital, Sakura's lashes flutter once, as if somebody far away is remembering her name tonight. Present Taiga's purple eye flares wider, the violet ring around his pupil finally swallowing the last of the gold. A black oval, one single purple line, be afraid of me, the sentence he has been rehearsing for years. Taiga's voice climbs, I will carve my name as the most feared creature in the history of this whole world. The grin goes fully feral, first I will parade your corpses so the whole planet knows what I did here. Subaru answers by detonating rainbow color, scarf ripping, hair blown flat by his own rising pressure. The air goes heavy, crystalline shards orbiting Subaru as the rainbow player finally drops the gloves. Saya screams a warning, do not step into the smoke, the kill zone is a lie built on top of a trap. Masked Taiga laughs, that is right insect, you are finally reading the board like a grown player should. Subaru's red glare burns through the static, something ancient and something promised sitting behind his teeth. A rainbow pillar erupts skyward, Illinois Triunfo della Morte, the triumph of death, a skill nobody has ever seen in use. Taiga catches the bloom dead in the chest, the laugh strangling in his throat before it can even finish. Violet gradient floods the whole page, the rooftop going silent around the masked gold player's ringing ears. Taiga's head snaps back, bright blood arcing across the panels, the insect just clipped a gold rank clean. Rainbow pillars spiral around Subaru, crimson and gold fusing into something crystalline and completely new. A pink-haired hand catches Saya midair, the kindred is not alone on this rooftop, not tonight. Taiga's voice trembles, how, and one single word burns across the panel in cold capital letters, fear. Faces flash through his head, every enemy he ever humiliated, all of them wearing his exact grin back at him.
Absolute black, one cracked speech bubble. The gold player is finally processing the hit his body just took. Taiga smiles through bloody teeth, and as you wanted, brother, something behind the purple door finally answers him. Rainbow armor crystallizes across Subaru's body, scarf snapping in the wind. The 6-star gate holder steps forward, and that is a story for the next episode.